Hello everyone, welcome to week 5. So this week I am going to show you how to start a paper mache sculpture. So your paper mache sculptures are going to require a little bit more time and a little bit more patience from you. And so what I'm going to do is have these due over the next 2 weeks. So this week you need to put together the armature, and then next week you'll be doing the work with the paper mache. For the armature, I used cardboard from a shoebox. You're welcome to use shoebox cardboard if you have that available. If you don't, I would suggest cardboard that's like from a cereal box or like Hamburger Helper, or something that's not corrugated. So corrugated cardboard it comes in layers and it has like the wavy cardboard in between. That's going to be a little bit tricky to try to cut and not going to be as nice as edges. So try to find just a thinner cardboard. It's a lot easier to work with. And then the subject that I picked was a llama. You're welcome to do an animal as well, or if you want to do something different, I am pretty flexible with the subject that you want to work with. You just let me know what your plans are. All right, I'm going to switch over the camera and show you how to put together the armature, and we'll go ahead and get started.
All right, I'm going to start with a very simple shape on my shoebox cardboard, and I ended up even simplifying this design more with just doing one hoof instead of 2, because trying to go around all those little tiny hooves was super difficult. So again, keep your design simple. You're going to draw it on your cardboard and then cut it out. And cutting out cardboard is easier said than done. You may use the scissors that I provided, or if you have a cardboard scissors or a utility knife, feel free to use those, but just be careful. Once you have the first shape drawn out, you're actually going to use it like you would a stencil and trace around it and cut out a second image that's exactly the same. So you should have 2 identical cutouts on cardboard, and that's what we're going to use as the foundation for our piece. Before you can move on to the next step, you need a functioning glue bottle. So if your glue bottle was like mine and it was all clogged, take a minute, take the cap off, use a paper clip or a toothpick, and just kind of work some of that dried out glue out of the cover so that you can use it as it was intended. All right, I'm going to now take my 2 shapes and I want to glue them together, but I want this piece to have form, so I need to have something space them apart. For me, I found some tape rolls, the ends of tape rolls, and I'm going to use those to glue my 2 shapes together, and it's going to give it some dimension. You can use stacks of cardboard, or maybe you can find some other material laying around your house that will work well for this. I'm going to go ahead and glue both of those spacers onto both shapes, making sure they are evenly on top of each other when I'm done. And then I need to leave it sit overnight. The next step in the process is we need masking tape, and we're going to be filling in the space between the 2 pieces of cardboard with masking tape. You guys, it's easier said than done. I'm going to warn you, this can take some time and it can also get very frustrating. So this would be the perfect project to do while you're watching a movie or you're sitting in front of the TV, because that kind of puts you at a calmer mindset. You don't feel like you're rushed. And this is not one of those things you want to wait until Friday at 2 o'clock to do, because you are going to get very frustrated if you try to rush through this. I had to at times cut my masking tape to fit around some of the smaller details, and anything that's curved, like the curves around the mouth of my llama, I had to really work those shapes to try to get it neat. If your masking tape is bubbling up or sticking out or not being pressed to the cardboard, it's going to not look very nice when you're all done. And when you're ready to start doing your paper mache, it's going to be very frustrating. So this is a super important step. I know that my llama doesn't look very beautiful yet, and it doesn't look very exciting, but this is super important. And just know that once you are done with this, you are done for the week. So remember, you don't have to try to get this whole thing done this week. All you need to do is get your armature constructed, and that's what we're doing here. So once I'm all done with my masking tape, I have my armature made and I'm all set to go. Okay, I skipped through a bunch of footage, but I do want to show you my finished product. So I did take one piece of tape and just kind of ran it along the edge here just to smooth up all of those edges. Notice how everything is completely covered and it's ready now for paper mache. So this is my finished armature, yay!